This is Tank's Vlog, November 30th, 2018. We're wrapping up today in sports. And brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the great podcast you can hear weekly on SoundCloud and iTunes. Be sure to listen and drop us a line if you want to get some ideas and things you want to hear on Allow Me to Be Frank. You know, Cowboys done a really good job getting back into this race. They've won 4 straight. But there's sometimes you look at it and it's like, what is Jerry Jones paying these officials? I mean, 2 weeks in a row, a blatant bloated head call is completely missed. And then there's 100 other bad calls. Now, bad calls went both ways at times, but it seemed the vast majority of the bad calls went against the Saints, who had to use up all their challenges in the first half and didn't have a challenge in the second half. Oh, brother. And it's just, what was going on? That was a horrifically officiated game there. And who was it? Walt Anderson, the NFL's fixer. Need I remind you what he's most famous for? I mean, he's the NFL's Tim Donaghy. There's just no doubt about it. Every time I see a game with Walt Anderson, it's horrifically officiated. Horrific. He is a horrific official. He is the NFL's Angel Hernandez. Terrible at ref. Horrible. And it's like, how do the Cowboys always benefit from bad calls? It just is incredible. It's one of these days I'd like to see Jerry Jones go out there, sing like Marilyn Monroe used to sing that song "Diamonds Are a Girl's Friend." Don't you know that for me, my Cowboys, when they need a win, a referee is a Cowboy's best friend. I've paid them well. They treat me swell. A referee is a Cowboy's best friend. And you have Troy Aikman and Joe Buck going, do-a-do, do-a-do, do we love the Cowboys, we do. Oh, God. Why is that? And Joe Buck likes the most annoying, irritating teams. Ugh. Well, the Saints are due for a loss, but you just hate to see the officials be involved so badly in the game. Just terrible game. Although I'll tell you one Cowboy that's been a big difference maker is Leighton Vander Esch. I mean, the boy Leighton Vander Esch is playing. I mean, right now, he is your defensive rookie of the year. I mean, it's just like every time I turn around, he's clogging the middle, he's blocking passes, he's making sacks, he's making tackles. He shut down Alvin Kamara today single-handedly. Alvin Kamara got nothing because of what Vander Esch did out there. And that is why the Cowboys got to win 13-10. 4 straight wins now in first place by themselves. Saints dropped to 10-2. Cowboys now 7-5. And they're definitely going to go and run away with this Eastern Division. As the Redskins are banged up, the Eagles are a Super Bowl hangover, and the Giants are just... Giants stink. They stink! NBA on Thursday night. It was a battle of 2 of the best teams as the Toronto Raptors overcame a 51-point, 11-rebound, 6-assist game from Kevin Durant to beat the Warriors in overtime, 131-128. Toronto Raptors, 19-4, are the best team in the NBA. But, regular season, that's when Toronto comes out to play, and in the middle, and then come to playoffs, it's shrinky-dinky-dinky-doo, shrinky-dinky-dinky-da, shrinky-dink. Big star for the Raptors today was Kawhi Leonard, who had 37 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Lakers beat the Pacers 104-96. LeBron James had 38 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists in that one. And it was the Clippers, 133-121 winners over the Kings. What a job Doc Rivers has done with the Clippers. Most people thought this team was not even close to a playoff contender, but they're off to an incredible 15-6 start. And the Kings, who were playing well, they've become the Sacramento Kings again. 10-11. NHL was the Senators blanking the Rangers 3-0 with 27 saves from Craig Anderson. The Blue Jackets doubled up the Wild 4-2. It was the Lightning striking down the Sabres 5-4, ending Buffalo's 10-game winning streak. In a shootout, it was the Bruins 2-1 winners over the Islanders. The Jets, on a Nikolai Ehlers hat-trick, down the Blackhawks 6-5. It was the Vegas Golden Knights continuing their resurgence, beating the Canucks 4-3. The Oilers beat the Kings 3-2, and the Arizona Coyotes stunned the Predators 3-0 on a shutout by Adin Hill, his first career shutout, making 29 saves. Today's birthday shutout goes to the Flying Hawaiian Shane Victorino, who turns 38. And we take a look at 1991, when the United States women's national team won the inaugural Women's World Cup. You know, what's funny is FIFA was a little hesitant to give a Women's World Cup. There was an experimental tournament in 88 that was just a experimental tournament. 91 was the first official Football World Championship, which they didn't want to call the World Cup at first. It was called the M&M's Cup. And then the success of that, and by the way, they only played 80-minute matches that year. And Team USA won. And I don't remember any coverage. And it was like happened in a vacuum. But as soccer began to grow, this was a big moment for United States soccer. And Team USA is now the defending champions again. They've won the Women's World Cup 3 times, and we'll go to France to see if they can win number 4 next year. And speaking of soccer, MLS endless season. You know, to tell you how long and drawn out the MLS is. The regular season began during spring training. That means the entire baseball season was played. The Final Four was played. NBA Finals, NHL Finals, almost the entire NFL season. And now we know who's going to go to the MLS Cup. MLS, get your act together. Shorten that season. Please. And it's going to be the Portland Timbers who chopped down Real Salt. No, who they chopped down? It was Sporting Kansas City they chopped down. But the big story is the New York Red Bulls, best team of the regular season. The Shrinky Dinks had half a run with the Shrinky Dinks. New York Red Bull. Nobody puts the choke in choke artist better than the Red Bulls. 22 years, nothing, ever nothing. They get nothing. You get nothing, sir. You have a terrible logo, a terrible colors. Let's stop calling them the New York Red Bulls. Let's call them by their real name. They play in Harrison, New Jersey. They are the Harrison Shrinky Dinks. He got embarrassed by a second-year expansion team. Now, I know Atlanta's got some talent, had a lot of great goal scorers. But they're a second-year expansion team, and you can't, you've never sniffed anywhere near the MLS Cup. Pathetic. Putrid. Going back to when they were the Metro Stars. Embarrassing. Can we relegate them? Can we relegate them? Can we get them out of here? Can we bring in the New York Cosmos? Bring in a real soccer team to represent New York, please? Check out the full story of the 1991 Women's World Cup at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And don't forget to check out Allow Me to Be Frank on SoundCloud and iTunes. Good day.